Welcome to your math class today, and we are going to learn Roman numerals. So they are very easy, and what we need to learn is the table of the Roman numeral. That is very important. First of all, you need to learn all these numbers. So today what we are going to do, we are going to do from 1 to 100. We are going to cover all Roman numerals, okay? So I, V, X, L and C is today's lesson's main numbers. Okay, so let's start over with our lesson. Okay, now let's start with your first number, that is 1 and up to 5. First we are going to cover and then other numbers. So here I am writing my first two Roman numerals, that is I and V. Okay, so 1 is equals to I, so I'm gonna write over here I. Now the 2, you can break your 2 in 2 ones. That means it will become 2 times I. Okay, so 3 can be broken into 3 ones. So it will become 3 times I. So the same thing I am just writing over here. And what about 4? So now this is the important thing we need to learn. In Roman numeral, you cannot write any letter, same letter, fourth time. Okay, this fourth time I cannot write in my Roman numeral. That means I cannot write like this: 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 4, and then I and I. So this is totally wrong way. So now do you understand? In Roman numeral you cannot write one same letter more than 3 times. Only 3 times we can write. Fourth time you cannot write. So what you will do to find your 5, whenever this happens that 3 same letters are there in your number, to find your next number, go into your table, into your Roman numeral table, and find your next number, that is 5 equals to V. 5 equals to V. Okay, so I'm writing here 5 equals to V. Now from this number I have to find my 4. To find your 4, what you have to do, you need to go back, right? To go back means 5 minus 1 will give me 4. Okay, 5 is V and 1 is I. So I need to go back. It means where I will write my I? Here at the back of V. So this is now your 4. Do you understand how I did it? Okay, once more I tell you, look at 5 is equals to V. Alright, so to get your 4, what you have to do, you have to take away 1 from 5. That means you have to go back. Alright, how many times? 1 time. So I'm writing here 1 in Roman numeral, it is I. So IV is your 4. Okay, so we already have done that 3 is equals to 3 times I. But for 4 we cannot write 4 times I. So we need to write the next letter in Roman numeral, that is 5. And 5 is equals to V. Now how can you find your 4? 5 minus 1 will give you 4. Okay, so 5 is equals to V and 1 is equals to I. You need to write your I at the back of V, means back of 5. Why? Because you need to take it away. Okay, so now let's move to the next number, that is 6. Now what we have to do, we are adding 5 plus 1 will give us 6. 5 is V, and now look at carefully, we are adding the number. When you add the number, you will write it after V, okay, not before V, because you're adding it. So for adding, what we have to do, we have to add 1 in this, which is equals to I. So now what I'm going to do, 5 plus 2 will give me 7. So what is 5? V, and 2 is 2 times I. So this is your 7. And now what about 8? 5 plus 3 is 8. And V plus 3 times I will give you 8. Do you understand? Okay, so for 9, now what we have to do, again look at here. What the problem is coming over here, if I write like this 5 plus 4, now look at, we again come across with the same letter 4. When you have 4 times or 4 something, it means you need to go back in your Roman numeral table, and that is I, V, X. I was equals to 1, V was equals to 5, X was equals to 10. Now look at here, 5 plus 4 means V, 1, 2, 3, 4 times I. You know that we cannot write 4 times I, you know that. So that's why what we need to do, we need to go back into our Roman numeral table and find your next letter, which is 10 equals to X. So the same thing we are going to do over here, that is 10 equals to X. Okay. So now again what you have to do, go back into 9, that will give you 10 minus 1. 10 minus 1 means what we have to do, 10 is equals to X, and at the back of X you have to write 1, that is equals to I. So IX is your 9 now. So this is your Roman numerals from 1 to 10. It's very easy to do if you do them carefully. Okay. So now let's do some more Roman numerals and then we can practice questions as well. Now look at this table. This is 11. Again, you have to break your 11. Which one was the last number we have done? 10. So we are going to break in terms of 10. That means 10 plus 1. You know that what is 10? We just have done 10 is equals to X and 1 is equals to I. So Xi is your 11. In the same way you can complete all of your table. So I'm just doing some of them for you and you can do the other one yourself the same way. Okay, so now I'm going to do 19 for you. Okay, so look at here, what we have to do, 10 plus 9. Okay, 10 is equals to X, and you remember that what 9 is equals to, we just have done in the last slide, what we have done, 9 is equals to 10 minus 1, that was IX. Okay, so 9 is equals to IX and I have written 10 IX is equals to 19. And what about 20? 20 means 10 plus 10, right? 10 is equals to X and 10 is equals to X. So this is equals to your 20. In this way you can complete all of this table yourself. Okay, now we can move to the next table, that is 21 to 30. Again I'm going to do some of the numbers for you, and here we have 22. What you have to do, 20 plus 2, and you know 20 means 2 times 10 and 10 is equals to X. 2x means 20 and 2 means 2 times I. All right, so now let's do some more question. For example, okay, so let's do 28. Okay, so 28 again equals to 20 plus 8. Okay, so 20 will be xx and 8 will be 5 plus 3, that will be v and 3 times I. So this is your 28. Here we have 20 plus 9. So let's do this also so that you may have no problem in doing any type of question. So you know that we have just done that 9 is equals to 10 minus 1. 1 and then 10. Okay. So in 30 what you have to do, you have to do 3 times x, 10 plus 10 plus 10, and that is going to give you 3 times x. So now can you tell me that how many numbers you can write without using your next Roman numeral? Okay guys, so now from 31 to 39 you can solve it yourself. How? Because we know that 31 equals to 30 plus 1, that means x, x, x and 1 is simple 1. And in the same way, if I write over here 36, what's going to give you 30 plus 6, that is equals to x, 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 and 6 is equals to 5 plus 1, which will give you v and I. So this is your 36. In the same way you can do it up to 39. But what happens when you will reach up to 40? What will happen? The thing is that 40 is equals to 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10, because again you have 4 times 10 over here. That means you need to write now x, 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 x. And when this type of situation comes, what you need to do? You need to go back in your Roman numeral table and you need to find your next number. We have done these numbers, that was 1, 5, 10, and the next number is 50, okay, which is equals to L. Alright, so it means now the next number we need to learn is equals to 50, that is L. So now tell me, if you need to go back from 50 to 40, how can you go? How can you go? 50 minus 10, right? So what is 50 over here? L? Okay, L. And what is 10? X. So where should I write X? At the front of L or at the back of L? At the back of L. Very good. So 10 means X. So it will become XL. 40 is equals to 50 minus 10. 50 minus 10 will give you 40, and 50 is equals to L, and 10 will be written at the back of L. Why? Because we are taking it away. Okay, when you are taking away something, you have to write it at the back. Okay, now you know that 50 is equals to L. Okay, so now it's very easier for you to find all of these numbers. You know that 41 will be equals to 40 plus 1. So 40, what is the value of 40? 40 is equals to 50 minus 10. 50 is L and 10 is X. So I can write here XL plus 1, that is I. Okay, in the same way you can solve 45, that is 40 plus 5. What is 40? 50 minus 10, that is XL. So I'm writing here XL. And what's your 5? V. Okay, so now look at 48. 48 is again 40 plus 8 will give you XL plus 8. So what is 8? 5 plus 3 times I, V, and 3 times I. So this is your 48. So this is how you can learn it, only by practicing. Okay, no other way is possible to learn this. You need just a little bit practice to learn all of the Roman numerals. So this is very easy. If you do a bit of work hard, you can learn all of your Roman numerals. Okay guys, so in this way you can complete all of your table. Okay, so now you know that the first letter in your Roman numeral was I, the second was V, and the third was X, and which one we have just done was L, and it is equals to 1, this is equals to 5, this is equals to 10, and this is equals to 50. We need to solve these questions and you need to write the Roman numerals. 55 means 50 plus 5, and 50 is equals to L, 5 is equals to V. So this is your 55, and here we have 80. 80 will be equals to 50 plus 30. All right, because 50 we already know, that is L, and 30 you know, X, X, and X, 3 times X. Okay. And for 89, what we have to do again, 80 means 50 plus 30, that is L, X, X, X. So 50 plus 30 in bracket you can write, and for 9 what we have to do, 10 minus 1. Okay, 9, how you have to do? You have to do 9 like 10 minus 1. So 50 plus 30 will give you L and X, X, X. For 9 you need to write 10 and minus 1, so it means I will be at the back of X. So this is your 89. Now where the problem is going to happen in 90. Okay, for 90 again, look at here how I can break my 90 like this, 50 plus 40. Now look at again, 4 came over here. So what we need to do now, we need to go back in our table, that is I, V, X, L, and the next letter is C. C is equals to 100, L is equals to 50, X is equals to 10, V is equals to 5, and I is equals to 1. Okay, now you know that 100 is equals to C. It means I can go back from 100 to 90. Going back from 100 to 90, how can you get your 90? 100 minus 10 will give you 90, right? It means again 100 is C, and how many numbers you need to take away? 10. 10 is equals to X. So where I need to write at the back of C, so here I will write my X. It means 90 is equals to X and C. Got it? So you need to learn these letters and you need to practice all of these numbers. Look at here, this number 150. Now 1 is equals to 100 and this is 50. As I already know that 100 is equals to C and 50 is equals to L. So CL is my answer. Okay, so let's do some more questions. For example, 66 is very easy. How you can do? 60 is equals to 50 plus 10, that is X. 6 is equals to 5 plus 1, that is I. So in this way you can complete all the table. Okay, now what we have to do, here are your practice questions for your homework. Some of them I'm going to do for you. What you have to do, whenever you are asked to write your answer in Roman numeral, what you will do, you will simply add first numbers. Okay, 9 plus 8 will give you 17 and it's gonna give you 9. Now we have to change 97 into Roman numeral. For 97, what I have to do, I can break my 90 like this, 90 plus 7. And you know what 90 is equals to? 90 is equals to 100 minus 10. And 7 is equals to 5 plus 2. So why I am writing in this way? So I will not make any mistake in my Roman numerals. 100 I know equals to C and 10 is equals to X because I'm taking away, so I need to write at the back. And what about 5 is equals to V, 2 is equals to 2 times I. So now this is your answer. Okay. In the same way, we can do 399. Okay, 399 means 300 plus 99. Okay, so how can you write your 399? 300 means 3 times 100, that is 3 times C. Okay, and 99 means 90 plus 9. And 90 is equals to 100 minus 10, which was C, and X you have to take away from C. Okay, so I can write here XC, whereas 9 is equals to 10 minus 1. 10 is X and 1 is I. So this is your answer. So when you will practice, you will enjoy writing Roman numerals. So other numbers you have to do yourself. For more practice question, you can go in the description box and you can find your link to download your sheet. Okay, see you in the next class.